Welcome to the video today, guys. And first things first, I really hope you're doing okay. And I've been called today to make this video, not by my choice, because if I'm going to be quite honest with you, the last 5 to 10 days it's just been absolutely exhausting. And I'm literally at a point where I feel like I've just got nothing left. I seem to meet obstacle after obstacle, obstruction after obstruction, a detour after a detour. And every time that I try and move and push or grind or try and put things into place, I seem to be reminded that the more that I do so, the more the universe is pushing back on me, because I can almost feel things not working out. Money's not stacking up the way it was. The work has slowed down. The emails are not being responded to. To find yourself trying to get rest, trying to have that moment for yourself. But when you do so, you're almost lying there feeling a little bit overwhelmed that now's the time not to be resting. Everything seems to be going wrong. Things seem to be falling apart. Shouldn't I be trying to fix this? Shouldn't I be trying to go out and make that money and force that task and make that call, send that email? And I'll be completely honest with you, I've just got nothing left in me at this minute to try and pursue, or to know that if I do so, that anything good will come from it. And for you watching this video, I do believe that there's a message here that you will benefit from hearing. And I'm not here to moan or play hard done by or self-pity, but the last thing I felt like doing today was making a YouTube video, and I feel a bit unsettled. You may notice that in my voice and the way I'm coming on camera, but I wanted to come on here raw, because I do believe that there's so many people across the world right now, all places across the world, going through this such intense stage of their life, whether they're just experiencing the dark night of the soul and they're confused and they don't know what's going on, to those who have understood what's taking place here and learning to adapt and function and start to navigate the journey a little bit better, and to those like myself that are finding themselves in what they call the void. And the void can be as unpleasant as the actual dark night in the early days, because it can come up to the surface and give you another strip down of the last things that you're holding on to a point where you thought that you'd made so much improvement, and you have. And if you're watching this video, this is not to say that you're going backwards. The whole point of the video is to remind you that we're not going backwards. We are moving forward, and the better days are coming, and you're not alone. I promise you, you're not alone. But we find ourselves in this stage again where we feel like we've done so much work, so much inner work with ourselves, and we've took the time, we've bettered our lives, we've cleared so many bad habits, and then we find ourselves in this place where there seems to be another level or another layer of stripping, of more confusion, more doubt, more fear, sleepless nights, waking up in the middle of the night with pulsing heart, relationships, friends, whatever it might be. If this video is resonating with you, you will know and you will understand what I'm saying to you. So this video is only a gentle reminder to remind you that you are on your highest path. And although we're questioning the path right now, and for me also, my faith has been tested. Really, really being tested. I found myself procrastinating, almost second guessing myself, scrolling, consuming spiritual teachings, guidance, and there's so much dopamine in this spiritual world that we find ourselves in. And I'm really not out to say that it's all lies, but there's so many different takes, and there's so many different avenues, and there's so many different teachings, and the love of your life is going to come, and these, you know, and that might be true, but we have to learn to stop ruminating and scrolling and absorbing so much information, because we are just spiritual bypassing when we do so, because we know we're on a spiritual journey, we know we're walking the path, and yet these times of uncertainty where we've been asked to sink into presence, breathe, slow down, rest, we do so, and the mind then wants to take over and say, no, we're not resting, money's not good, jobs are not working out, emails need to be responded to, calls need to be answered, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. And it's so hard when so many things in your life have almost shattered around you, to then find yourself being called to rest, to anchor into trust and breathe. It can almost feel absurd to think the mind is so proactive all the time. It's hanging on for dear life as we're making way for the new. And I'm so glad that I've come over this beautiful place today, because the last 3 to 4 days I've been ruminating. I need rest, but then I've found myself scrolling, consuming endless bullshit. Some of it's good, but we all know that the only way we get the true answers, or the only way that we truly move forward in this dark time, whether we're in the early stages of the dark night or the later stages, i.e. the void, we are being called to rest and not to try and force things into place. And for me, my whole life has been, if I work harder, if I push harder, if I stay later, if I outwork everyone else, I'll finally get to where I want to be. And in truth, it's actually got me nowhere. And it's not something that I'm ashamed of, or that I never had to go through, because I had to do what I did at the time. And we've all been conditioned to believe that we should put in the extra work, we should work longer and harder and outwork everyone else to get where we need to be. But there's it should be more of a comforting truth that that's not what we're being called to do as people walking the path that are going awakening souls. We're actually being asked to trust and allow, and stop trying to manipulate things and force things into place. Where in hindsight, if we just stop and we just stop what we're doing and give up the fight, then that's how easy it is. And in one breath, that is true. And no, the universe is not asking you to go and lock yourself in your home and never speak to anyone again and expect blessings to come to your door. But one thing for certain is that we are being called to, one, take the time for ourselves, two, to trust when we're being tested, to anchor into the trust and trust that we are walking the higher path. And although it's unclear to us right now, we need to stay true to ourselves. We do not revert back to the old ways. We do not grasp, we do not plead with the people that left us behind, the jobs that were already overcome, they've already served their time. At this point, we can feel the need to feel almost desperate. And the work that we've done on ourselves is constantly put into question. And I truly want you to know that if you've watched this video till now, you understand what I'm saying. And I am somebody that's not got it all figured out, that wants to lend a hand to somebody that might be confused right now and not understand what's going on, and just remind you again that you're not alone, and this is for your highest good. And this has all been orchestrated from your higher self, the universe, whatever you relate with, God. It's all been orchestrated, but we sometimes feel like it's happening to us as opposed to happening for us. We try to take control of the steering wheel and try and drive the car the direction we want to go. To be reminded that we're not going that way anymore, and we can't go that way. And when we finally stop to realise, start to breathe and start allowing the process and learn to get out of our own way, the new doors, answers, downloads will start to come through, and we'll start navigating the direction and the journey which we're supposed to be going. So again, I'm not coming on here today feeling the greatest, feeling the best, or do I have all the answers for you? No, and I never will be on here telling you what you should and shouldn't do. My only advice for you, and for myself only, is that we try and anchor into the trust. We try and breathe. We try and loosen that grip on the water, that just, the more we grip, the water just comes through our fingers. We've got to learn to let go. Trust in the divine, trust in the higher self, trust that although we don't know the direction we're going in right now, it is for our highest good. And sooner than later, we'll be grateful that we walked this journey and we endured and we weathered the storms that we did. So if you have watched this video up to now, I appreciate your time, and I'm sending you nothing but love, and truly you have got this. Take the time to rest. Please stop being so hard on yourself. And when I'm saying this to you, I'm saying this to myself, because the last few days my mind is going AWOL, and I'm almost feeling desperate myself, to a point where I've had to come and check myself. We are moving forward. You are going in the right direction. I promise you that. And if you have liked this video today, if you can give me a thumbs up and a subscribe, that'd be much appreciated. And again, I just want to say, my videos are not here. My aim is not to go and hit the masses. If I can catch one or two souls that are really feeling the strain right now, or help them through the confusion that they might be feeling, as I know we all feel when we do not know what's going on. We think the universe is conspiring against us. It's life-changing. But if I can lend a hand or connect with a few souls, then ultimately that's why I'm making these videos. Like I say, check out the links below. I've got a beautiful platform where I've put some of my expressions into writing, courses, and something that I'm proud of and that I'm working with. So you can check out the descriptions below. And again, I love you with all my heart, and you're doing far better than that you really understand that you are. And maybe you've just got to hold on and just have that extra bit of trust, extra bit of patience. And you've got this. I've every faith in you. And I'll see you on the next video.